Good morning to all of you. Today we will start with our chapter 5 in geography. The name of the chapter is Industries. First of all, you all turn on your cameras who are able to turn on. So at least I will able to see you all how many girls are there in front of me. So beta, first of all we see like the name of the chapter. Chapter name it is Industries, and if you will relate this chapter with our previous chapter, so you can come to know what is our previous chapter. The name of the previous chapter is agriculture. What is the name of previous chapter? It is agriculture, and agriculture chapter you see the economic activities which we have, like related to which we are earning the money and all, that are three types of activity. How many types of economic activities we have? We have three types of economic activity. First, primary, second, secondary, and third one is tertiary. In primary activities we see like agriculture, hunting, gathering, catching the fishes, they all are the part of primary activities. Then you will see secondary activity where any kind of manufacturing is happening. That is the type of secondary activity. Okay, where we are getting the finishing products. And last, if you will see about tertiary activity, so you will see tertiary economic activity is the activity which provided the support to primary also and to secondary also. Okay, both the primary and secondary activities get the support by tertiary activities. So according to chapter 4 geography, if you will see, so if I will ask you industry is the which type of activity, our answer will be industry is the secondary economic activity. Industry is the secondary economic activity, and the reason behind that, because in industry we are getting the manufacturing products. Okay, in industries we are getting the manufacturing products, because of that industry is the secondary activity. So I hope in a very proper way you can able to relate this chapter with our previous chapter. There we see primary activity as our agriculture, and in this chapter we will study about the industries and all, where we will see the secondary activity. So if the name of the chapter it is clear to you all can show me your thumbs up. Now students, we will come to the introduction part of the chapter, and when you will see the introduction part of the chapter, in the starting of the chapter one story is giving over there. Story is of paper. Do you know what is paper? How many of you know about the paper? Show me your thumbs up, ma'am, we know about the paper. Or how many of you are using the paper? How many of you using the paper? And how many of you know about the paper? That one was remote. So, yes, very nice. Without paper, like I think the life of teachers and students is completely blank. Without the paper, without the pages and all, life of teachers and student is completely blank. So we can say even we don't know, even like we can say our life is out there. So we can say the life of teachers and students, it is incomplete without the paper. Paper, it is the very important part of our life. And if we will see how we get that papers, how we get our books, notebooks, etc. This is तो not happening कि ये जो books, notebook है यही पेड़ों पे लग जाती है, तोड़ के लाते हैं और यूज कर लेते हैं. No, this is not happening. So how we get the paper? The journey of the paper, if you will see, that journey begins from the forest. Journey begins from the trees. Where, like we can say, from the forest, from the trees, the bark of the tree, they went to the pulp mill. Now you will ask, question is there in your mind, कि ma'am, what is this pulp mill? We not understand. pulp mill, just tell me how many of you eating the mango shake or amras in summer season? Yes, girls. How many of you are eating that mango shake or amras in summer season? For making that amras, for making that mango shake, you see, first of all in the container, your mummy is preparing the mango pulp. Yes or no? Mango pulp is there completely in the liquid form. So here also in the pulp mill, they are preparing the pulp of the barks of the tree. Then the pulp is spread over there. They make the papers by that pulp, okay, by spreading that. And after that, that paper reach to the printing presses. Now you will ask, ma'am, if papers are only already formed over there in the pulp mill, then what is the use over there in the printing presses? So we can say in printing press, by using the special kind of ink, they are just making the lines on the paper. They are just making the boxes over there. As you see, Hindi notebook is there, 2 lines are only there. English notebook is there, 4 lines are there. Maths notebook completely blank. Science or practical notebooks, one side lines are there, one side it is completely blank. And after that, they are, like we can say, they are doing the binding of that. They are putting the cover over there. And finally, the notebook or book which we are getting, some are there of classmates, some are there of any other, like we can say, that institutions and all, many of the companies are there which send them into the market. And finally, after completing the all work of the binding also, their cover also, all the things are done, then finally that notebooks or books are reached to us. Okay, so means we can say paper, it has to just cover a long journey to reach to our houses or to reach to us. So in this complete process only we can say, finally where we are getting this papers or notebooks and all, or the places where these pages are made, places where these books or notebooks are made, that is the industries only. That is the secondary activity, secondary economic activity. About that we will study in this chapter. Except that, more example if you will see, clothes are there, especially we are talking about the clothes which are made up of natural fibers. So that natural fiber, they are like, if it is wool and all, that will take from animals. If it is, like we can say, cotton etc., that is taking from plants. And after that it will go into the industrial area, that they change them into the thread and all. After that, from that they make the clothes. So in one word we can say, industries are the places. Industries are the places where they change the raw material into the product. Where they change the raw material into the product. If anyone will ask you what is industry, so we can say industries is a economic activity, secondary economic activity, where they change the raw material into the finishing product, where it has the more value to the people, where it has more value to the people. Just like, tell me one thing, 2 things you have with you. Give me back, it is happening blur. Like suppose wheats we have in our hand, which is the raw material, and biscuits are there in the market. Which has the more value in the market? Biscuits or the wheat? Yes, Arya, write your answer in the chat box. I want to know. Biscuits or the wheat? Biscuits, definitely biscuits. You know, just you see 20, 30 rupees packets are coming of very costly biscuit. And from what they are made up? They are made up from wheat only. But industries are the places, they are manufacturing the products, and there the product's value will become increased. Okay. Except that if you will see the definition of industries, so here we will find industry. On the board also definition is there. In your book, page number 50, last paragraph, there also definition is there. First of all, I will read out that You all can do underline to that definition. Then I will explain you. Hai na? Let's see. Industry refer to an economic activity that concerned with the production of goods, extractions of minerals, and provision of services. Just see what is saying over here. Look at the board, listen the things very carefully. Industries that refer to the economic activity. Activity which is related to the money. Okay, purchasing and selling of goods. Where they concern with the production of goods means where they are producing the goods, they are doing the extraction of minerals. Extractions of minerals means where they are taking out the minerals from inside the earth. I will ask you here कि why we are taking out the minerals from the earth. What is the requirement over there? So we can see many of the industries are there in the market which are working on the base of the minerals. Just like gold is there, silver is there, iron and steels are there. Why these all industries are working in the market? Why they are, like we can say, stay themselves in the market? Because the help of the minerals which we extracted from inside the earth. Except that provision of services. Provision means we can say supply of the services which we have in the market. Just like supply. Earlier, though, what happened if suppose we required grocery? We have to go to the market, we have to purchase the thing, then only it is able, like we can say, we can get the things. But now you can see 21st century is going on, and because of COVID also somewhere we can say COVID also make this supplies of the services more increased over there. And now if you want to purchase the grocery, if you want to purchase the any of the textiles and all, if you want to order any food, if you want to order about any trips and all things you can do by your home only, by sitting at the home only. And all the facilities, all the services, they will provide you at your home only. If you want to plan a trip, so by sitting at home, taking the mobile in hand, you can book the tickets also, you can book the hotels also. Even the hotel management also do all the things for you, wherever you have to go, whatever you have to visit and all. And only by sitting, whatever services are there, that is also which we are getting all the services that are the part of the secondary economic activity. So see once again the definition. Industry refers to an economic activity that concerned with the production of goods, extractions of minerals, and provision of services. Once again, I am telling you the meaning of provision is supplies. Okay. Now, if you will see the examples over here, first, iron and steel industry. What iron and steel industries are doing? Iron and steel industries, they are producing the goods. Just you see, many of the automobiles industries are there where they are preparing the parts of the automobiles. Except that we can say where electronic materials are preparing, many other industries are there. And they all are preparing or providing or manufacturing the goods for us. Except that we can say coal mining industry. In coal mining industry, they are extracting the minerals, and these are the type of, we can say, industry which based on the raw material, where they are preparing the raw material, and from there they will do the supply of this material to another industries, and in that manner the other industries are working. So we can say coal mining industry, or wherever they are extracting the coal or another minerals and all, that industries are working just like the base of the industries. Now next is there tourism industries. Tourism, just like tour and all, wherever we plan any of the trip, etc. So whatever supply they provide us, that is also the part of the industry. Because by sitting at home only, any of the tourism company or industry, they provide us all the supply. Okay, all their services and all. So that is also the part of industry. Now tell me up to here students, the things are clear to you all? Chaliye. Now we will come to our next topic. Our next topic is there. What we are going to study in the chapter. As always in online classes, before I will start the chapter, I will tell you about the topics which we have to discuss in the chapter. Okay, the introduction part is clear to you all. You all can come to know how what is industry, which type of economic activity is happening over there, or whatever things are happening over there. Now we will see the topics which we will discuss in this chapter. And when you will see about the topics which we will discuss in the chapter, first of all, we will see, or I will tell you over here, classification of the industries. And in classification of the industries, we will see the different types of industries which are located in our areas. Just like suppose many of the industries are there which based on the raw material, okay, which are working for the raw material only. Many of the industries are there which just we can say on the basis of their size they are divided. Like in many of the villages you see small workshops are there where they are preparing the baskets, rope or any other handicapped materials and all. So that is the small industry. Many of the big industries are there where they are preparing the parts of automobiles, where they are preparing the fridge, cooler, refrigerator, televisions, etc. They are the part of big industries, okay. Except that cottage industry is also the type of small industry. So we can say in this classification of the industry, we will see that there are three type of classifications are there of the industries. Industries we can classify on the three bases. One, on the basis of their raw material, okay, like marine base, agricultures, etc. I will explain you about the things. Second one we will see on the basis of size, and in this I will explain you that there are two types of industries, large industries, small industries. Industry which we have in our villages and all, where they are making the things from their hand or where they are making any handicrafts, that materials and all, that are the part of small scale industry. And there only many of the big industries are there in the market, in the city areas, where they are manufacturing the electronic goods. They are like we can say refrigerator, parts of automobiles and all. That is known as the large scale industries. Okay, small scale or large scale. Last one is there on the basis of ownership. On the basis of ownership. Ownership means who is the owner of that industry. And in this we will see like industries are divided into the three or four types. First one is their private sector. Private sector, like suppose now Mahek wanted to establish her industry, so she herself only make an industry for her, and many of the workers are there who will work for Mahek. So that is the private industry. Then we will see next public sector or state industry, where our government they will make the industry for the people. Their work will going on over there. Except that next we will see joint sector industry. In that what happen? Mehak along with the government means any of the individual plus government, they both together start the industry, okay. Particular or individual person along with the help of government, like some of the percentage is there of the government and some of the percentage is there of the particular or individual person. That is the joint sector industry, okay. Except that last one on the basis of ownership we will see, that is the cooperative industry. What is the cooperative industry? Suppose you all are the milkman, okay, be happy, I give you all business now, है ना? You all are the milkman and you have your dairy, and from your dairy you are doing the milk supply of any of the companies there, like suppose Amul company is there. In that Amul company, in a thousand of liters every day you are doing the milk supply over there. Now you will talk to them and said, sir, because I am supplying you a large amount of milk every day, large liters of milk every day, so I want to be the participate as a owner in your industry. Okay, try to understood what I am saying. Because you are providing them the material, raw material in a large amount, so what you will do, you will make a deal over there. Ki we want to become, or we want to become the owner of the industry. In that sense, what will happen? In a sum of the percentage, the person who is doing work as like a milkman, he is also some of the percentage is there in the industry, except that like we can say who is the owner, he is also percentage is there, except that some other person who said कि नहीं हम भी तो काम करते हैं, we are also providing you this service, so our percentage should be there. Cooperative means where two or more person who are like work also over there, and their like we can say participation is also there as the part of owner when they are making the industry, so that is also known as cooperative industry. Okay, matlab suppose I am the owner, I have my business, you are providing me milk every day. Now you will say कि ma'am every day we are providing you 1000 liter milk, so please make us also the participation or participate of the owner of the your industry. So I will say, okay, do one thing. I have 50% partnership, and now you become 50% partner of that industry. So in cooperation of us, we will form our industry. Okay. So that is known as cooperative industry. So when I will explain you the chapter, this thing we will do in the detail. So I hope students, whatever things I will explain you in the classification of the industry, that is little bit it is clear in your mind कि whatever things you have to study over here. Then next we will see topic we will study in this chapter, that is factors affecting location of industries. अब ऐसा तो है नहीं like कि like suppose I am there, I not have any work to do, I am completely without any work. Okay, completely कहते हैं ना वेले बैठना, something like that. At night I sleep and I felt कि I have to make any industry. अब ऐसा तो है नहीं सुबह उठे और उठ के जाके इंडस्ट्री बना ली और काम करना शुरू कर दिया. No, we can't do, because making of the industry, to locate any industry in any of the area, it requires some of the factors. ऐसा नहीं होता है सोचा और बस इंडस्ट्री बन गई, हवा में थोड़ी बनेगी इंडस्ट्री. For industry, it required many of the factors, just like water is there, capital is there, है ना? Complete location should be good, workers should be there. So about that all factors we will discuss in this chapter. Okay. Next topic which we will study over here, that is the industrial system. Now if I will tell you here, the industrial system is just like the computer system. Industrial system is just like the agriculture system. So what is the agriculture system? Agriculture system, if I am telling you industrial system is just like agriculture system. Agriculture system, it is just like computer system. So what is the computer system? Input, processing, output. As we see in agriculture also, we have to give input, we have to do processing, and when we will do processing, as our output we are getting the crops. In the same manner in industries also, input we have to give, processing is happening as a work, and finally our manufacturing product as a output we are getting in the industries. So about that also I will discuss with you all. The next topic which we will discuss in the chapter, that is industrial disasters. Just like accidents we can say. Many of the times in the industries and all, accidents are happening. If you remember 1984, a very big disaster was happening over there. Any one of you remember which industrial disaster was happening in 1984? If you know, you can write in your chat box. Let's see who remember about that. Industrial disaster in 1984. Yes, hurry up students. Any one of you who know what kind of disaster was happening in 1984? You can write your answer. No one? In other class, so they give me answer कि ma'am 1984 Bhopal gas tragedy was happened. What was happened in 1984? In 1984, Bhopal gas tragedy was happened. Yes, very good, Arpita. So that is the type of industrial disaster. In this chapter, we will study about that. Ki whatever circumstances are there, whatever situations are there, because of that, these industrial disasters are happening. And I tell you one thing, this Bhopal gas tragedy that we will study two time in our topic. Okay, in that two time we will see, one we will study in this and one we will study in our civics also, chapter 10. Next we will see distribution of major industries. Now in this distribution of major industries, we will study almost all over the India industries are there, all over the world industries are there. But some of the particular areas are there, like suppose this is the particular any of the country. In this country, this is the area where so many industries are close together. So this is the industrial area. So in that manner, whichever parts of the world is there, where industrial distribution is there, about that I will explain you in this chapter. Then finally at last, we will do some of the case studies about some of the industries we will study in this chapter. Just like iron and steel industry, in that we will study Jamshedpur in India, and except Jamshedpur, we will see Petersburg, that is in another country. Then we will study about cotton textile industry. About cotton textile industry, in India we will study about Ahmedabad, and in Japan it is Osaka, name of the place. About that we will do study in the chapter. So I hope whatever the concept is there of the chapter or whatever topics are there in that chapter which we have to discuss, that is clear to you all. In your mind things are very much clear. Whatever topics we have to discuss in this chapter. Yes or no? Ruchika come now in the class. It's okay. Chalo. So that all topic we will discuss tomorrow.